Kingdom Kids Online. I hope you are doing well and had a great week. We are finishing our series looking at the fruits of the Spirit. It's the last one. We'll be looking at self-control. Now, I couldn't control myself, and actually I've added in an extra challenge this week because it's just so fun and it really helps with our self-control. So we're going to do that straight away. Changing it all up on the last one. We are going to do a challenge to start with, and the things that you will need to find a tray of some kind. You will need to find some spaghetti, just one piece, not a whole packet. And you'll also need to find some food of some kind that has a hole in it. So these are party rings, but you could find Cheerio cereal or even Polos, whatever you have lying around your house that has a hole. And I wonder if you can figure out what the challenge would be. So what you need to do is you need to lay out your holy shaped food on the tray somewhere. You will need to take out a piece of spaghetti. Let me just grab that one. Here we go. And we need to place the tray on a table. Now I'm going to hold it up just so you can see what the challenge is. But it is your challenge to see if you can hook as many of these cookies as I have, or sweets or cereal as you can, onto the spaghetti in a minute. That sounds too easy. You could just pick them up. Oh, I forgot something. You need to hold the spaghetti in your mouth while you do it. That's going to take a lot of self-control not to eat the spaghetti and to try and hook those cookies. So let me try it out. Let's see how many I can get in 1 minute. I'm going to start my timer. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, I pretty much made it a minute. I managed to get 3 on, but then I broke my spaghetti. So why don't you try it? See if you can beat hooking more than 3 things onto your spaghetti. Make sure you really use your self-control. So you can try that challenge out a bit later on. Now we're going to go and do our Fruits of the Spirit song for the last time. You'll be happy to hear. So make sure you really enjoy it and you remember all the words you can for this song as we praise and worship.
The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You wanna be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. If you wanna be a watermelon, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. If you wanna be a lemon, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. If you wanna be a cherry, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Okay! Everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control.
Well done, guys. I'm sure you're experts at that song, but like I said, that's the last time we'll have them in this video, so I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. We are looking at self-control today, and it might be one of those ones that you know really well again. It might be something that you've come across. Somebody's asked you to have self-control. Well, self-control can be a few different things, but more often than not, it is linked when we are tempted. We have to have self-control over our temptations. So why don't we watch this video and let's see if this helps us understand a bit more about self-control.
Set yourself down and listen for a spell about a billy goat kid named Gus. A billy goat who ate and ate and never got enough. Gus ate all day, Gus ate all night, and Gus never filled his appetite. He'd open wide and swallow whole. Gus had no self-control. Self-control is saying no. Self-control is saying that's enough. Self-control is saying whoa, whoa, whoa. But that was news to Gus. It looked like Gus was surely doomed to eat till his last breath. He ate so much his kinfolk feared he'd eat himself to death. Gus ate all day, and after school, Gus couldn't get his belly full. Gus ate more food than he could hold. Gus had no self-control. Self-control is saying no. Self-control is saying that's enough. Self-control is saying whoa, whoa, whoa. But that was news to Gus. Well, Grandpa Kid was a wise old goat. He knew just what to do. Took Gus out to an apple tree, said, Gus, this tree's for you. These apples here must weigh a ton. They're green as grass, eat every one. You're a real nice kid, but bless my soul, you must learn self-control. Self-control is saying no. Self-control is saying that's enough. Self-control is saying whoa, whoa, whoa. But that was news to Gus. Now Gus didn't miss a single bead. He took right to that tree. He shook it hard till the fruit fell down and swallowed it with glee. Gus polished off that apple crop. You should have seen his buttons pop. Well, little did Gus think or know he might learn self-control. Self-control is saying no. Self-control is saying that's enough. Self-control is saying whoa, whoa, whoa. But that was news to Gus. Late that night came a groaning sound and Gus came through the door. He'd finished off his apple tree and couldn't eat no more. He ached in pain from toe to chin. He swore he'd never eat again. His story only goes to show you can learn self-control. Self-control is saying no. Self-control is saying enough of that. Self-control is saying whoa, whoa, whoa. And Gus says amen to that. Amen.
Our memory verse for today comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13, and this is a well-known verse because it talks about the things that God puts in our way to tempt us, but that we're not alone. So let me read this verse to us and let's see if this is another one that we can memorize. So 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13 says, "The only temptations that you have are the temptations that all people have, but you can trust God. He will not let you be tempted more than you can stand. But when you are tempted, God will also give you a way to escape that temptation. Then you will be able to stand it." See, God gives us temptations. Isn't that a strange thing to say? God puts things in our way that kind of make us wonder if we should follow God, if we could do an easier way. But God also gives us things to help us. And one of those things, self-control. He's asked us to trust him and to know what is right and what is wrong. And inside, that's self-control. So, This week, when you are faced with some challenges, temptations, things that you think you can get away with, maybe that's not listening to somebody, or maybe that's sneaking an extra cookie from the kitchen, whatever it is, let's remember self-control. And God has asked us to stay away from those temptations. So we're going to practice a bit more self-control with another challenge I couldn't resist. And this challenge uses the fruit that we are going to use for self-control, which is a pear. Now I have to admit something, that I could not think of a link between a pear and self-control. It just happened to be the last one that I have in my basket of fruit. If you can think of a link between pears and self-control, let me know. Send me a message. I would love to hear a link so we can help remember that pears are for self-control. If not, just remember that Esther ran out of fruit. Okay, but we're going to use pear for our next challenge. I've got a real pear here just to prove that I actually have real fruit as well. This is the staring challenge. Now, this is a bit of a strange one, but it does help us practice our self-control because staring challenge is just that. We are going to stare at a pear. It rhymes as well. So the challenge is to set a timer and stare, and for as long as you can, stare at the pear without blinking. Set the timer going, and then as soon as you blink, hit stop, and that is how long you can stare at a pear. All right, so let's try it. I've got my timer here again. I'm going to set it to 0 this time rather than a countdown, and I'm going to stare like this so you can see my eyes, and we're going to blink for a second. Okay. And go. Okay. I managed 1 minute, 3 seconds. I'm not sure if you saw that. I changed it around a bit accidentally. 1 minute, 3 seconds is the time to beat. 1 minute, 4 seconds. There we go. So, that had your eyes after a while. But there is the staring challenge. Stare at a pear. Hey guys, our last activity for this series is to make a craft that helps us remember all of the fruits of the Spirit. And we're going to use lollipop sticks. So you can find lollipop sticks like this in any shop, even in things like Tesco's and Sainsbury's. And it can be colourful, so if you find the colourful ones, that's absolutely fine. And you will need 10 sticks. Also, you will need some masking tape, because you can write on it. And you will need some pens and a pencil. So here we go, here we get started. You're going to line up each of your sticks in a row. Okay, and when they're lined up, we're going to get some masking tape and we're going to tape every pair together. So the top 2 together, and then the next 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 2 together. So let me do that quickly. Okay, so there you have it. That is the first step. And then all you need to do is flip your sticks over. Okay. Now you can see that I've actually got a little smiley face on this one, but that's okay because I can cover it with masking tape. Because the next step is to do the same thing with the tape, but every second and third. So we're going to miss the first one. We're going to do these 2 together, and then we're going to do these 2 together, and then these 2 together, and then these 2 together. And that means it will fit all the sticks nicely together and I'll hold it together. Okay, and that is the basis of our craft. You can see that they're all stuck together now. Now I'm just going to spend a minute and just neaten up these edges with a pair of scissors, and then I will be back. Great, so I've just neatened up all the edges with a pair of scissors, and I've also stuck half a piece of masking tape on either end just to make it match, but that's completely optional, you don't have to do that. And of course this is what it looks like on the other side. We've got them all stuck together. Now the reason that we've stuck them like this is that actually you can fold these up. So if you follow the tape, it'll actually fold up very nicely. And that means that you can take it with you. It's portable and it's something fun to play with. So here we're going to go with the decorating. Your choice which side you decide to draw on. It's up to you completely. Either is fine. You can either do it on both. Now, if you remember, we did 10 sticks and there are only 9 fruits of the Spirit. So that means that one of them at the top is going to be our title stick. And then we're going to do a fruit of the Spirit on each one of these sticks going down. Now, I'm going to use the colours that we've used that match the fruits that we have used to remember them. So, for example, I have red here for love and for goodness, because that was our red apple as well. So I'm going to do those ones first. So there we have it. Now this is only one way you can decorate it. You can decorate it however you like. You could just use a black pen and write them on. You could draw however you like, really, just to have some fun and have something to help you remember the fruits of the Spirit. So I'm just going to write fruit of the Spirit at the top here. Okay, and there we have it. So this is our fruit of the Spirit decoration. You can hang it up. If you attach some string at the back here, you can have it hang up somewhere, or you can just fold it and you can practice them as you go. So the fruit of the Spirit is love, and the next one is joy and peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. So try it out and send me a picture. I would love to see. So that's it. We finished the fruit of the Spirit. The last thing to do is add our self-control pear to the tree. Blending in over there. And there we have it, a completed fruit of the Spirit tree with all 9 fruit. And remember, you can find them in Galatians chapter 5 verses 22 and 23 if you ever forget them, which I hope you never will now. So like I said last week, I was going to give you a couple of hints about what we're going to be doing next week. And I don't want to give too much away because I want it to be a surprise. But I'll give you 3 hints, and maybe some of you will guess what we're going to be doing in our next series. Hint number 1, it is an Old Testament character. Okay, there's quite a lot of Old Testament characters, aren't there? Hint number 2, God spoke to this person. Ooh, okay, it's narrowing it down a bit. Maybe some of you have guessed it yet. Okay, hint number 3, probably the biggest hint. There is actually a movie, a real movie, that is all about their life. Alright, so I hope some of you have got it. If not, you'll have to tune in next week to find out what our new series is all about. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for joining me for the series of the Fruits of the Spirit. I've really enjoyed it and I hope you have too. Have a great one, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!